All right, hello. Good morning, everybody. Today I have a new e-bike review coming for you. Today, this is a DYU e-bike. They make very affordable e-bikes. I believe this one is only $6.99. But today we're gonna bust open the box, open it up, show you how it comes in the mail, put it together, and take it for a test ride. And I'll give you my overall thoughts on this e-bike. Now, as you can see, this is a very small package. This is a small e-bike that's very portable. It's foldable, and you could put it in your car, put it in your truck or whatever, take it with you, and store it in a very small, compact location. So this is a e-bike that is good for travelers, good for getting around. It's not the most powerful e-bike out there, of course, with such a small package, but this e-bike is something that you can take almost anywhere. I could fit this inside of my Volkswagen Bug and take on the road with me, no problem. We're gonna bust it open and take a look. Ooh, it looks cool. I like it. It's a cool e-bike. This is something that I have not reviewed on my channel yet. I've never reviewed a folding e-bike. I'm going to show you what it looks like when I open up the box. So this is exactly how it comes in the box. It's mostly assembled. It's going to take very little to get this bike up and running. I just got to take all these zip ties off, take the foam off, and we'll be ready to go very quickly. This bike is going to be easy to assemble. Oh, neat little integrated headlight into the frame. I like that. I just wanted to review an e-bike that was very small and very portable, and this is the first kind like this on my channel, so stick around, check it out. I think maybe what I'll do is I'll just lift this whole thing out of the box and get it separate. There we go, yep. Okay, yeah, there we go. Pretty cool. In the box here we have a seat and a little box of charging equipment, stuff like that. Nice little seat. I like that it comes with a handle in the back, makes it easier to carry and move around. That's cool. The instruction manual is here. Pedals are here. We're gonna have to attach the pedals. Comes with this multi-function tool that pretty much everything you're going to need to assemble this bike. And this is the charging block for the e-bike. Very simple stuff here. Okay. So I'm just going to start cutting all this stuff off, all these zip ties and plastic protection things, and setting them aside. Shouldn't take long at all to get this thing up and running. That's pretty cool. This also comes with a bike lock so that you can lock it up when you're in public or something like that with keys. So pretty much, as far as I can tell, the only thing that needs to be put on this bike are the pedals. Everything else seems like it's already assembled. Very easy setup. I mean, this is taking me like a minute or two. It is very important to put your pedals on the right side. One is marked left, one is marked right. It's very easy, but one is reverse threaded because that goes in the direction of the way you pedal. So you definitely want to put these on the right orientation. So that's pretty much it. That pretty much covers everything. All I had to do was put the pedals on. It's about the simplest e-bike I've ever had to put together. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to unfold it and set it up for the first time. Okay, that just locks into place like that. Handlebars come up. You lock that down like that. Tighten up your handlebars. Get your seat post all adjusted the way you'd like. So one thing that I really like about this e-bike for a folding bike is that it has mid suspension. You can see the bike bounces. Right here in the middle, there's a shock absorber, which allows the bike to absorb shock, bumps, anything like that you're going to go over. It's going to really make this a smoother ride. All right, so now that I've got the bike fully assembled, I'm going to be powering it on for the first time. So the power button's right here. You just hold that down. There we go. And it's up. One thing that's interesting about this display is that this is a button in itself that's up and down. So to increase your pedal assist level, you push on this side. To turn it down, you push on this side. So this is a toggle and a display. I believe down here on the bottom is your battery readout, showing you how much power you got. And up there is your pedal assist level. So now, before I ride this bike too much, I'm going to plug in the battery charger, get this battery totally topped off, and you know, get that battery really full. All right, so I got the battery charger hooked up. I got plugged in over here. It goes right in this little port on the side. And I can see there's a red light. I don't know if you can see it because it's very bright out here, but yeah, there's a red light. Indicates that it is charging. Usually those lights will turn green when it's ready, when it's fully charged. So that's about it. We're gonna come back when this thing is charged up. So I don't think I need to remind anybody that I'm a very large man. I'm 6 foot tall, about 250 pounds. I'm not a small guy. And here I am riding this tiny little bike, and it's doing pretty well. Going down my driveway here. It's bumpy, riding with one hand, but I can do it. And I'm doing about the top speed. We're at 13 miles an hour. I'm sure when it flattens out, I'll be able to get to the top speed of 15 miles per hour on it. So I'm out here on the main road. It's a bit smoother. I'm gonna see how I can do a top speed run. All right, well, it seems to be limited to about, oh, there's 14 miles an hour. Yeah, about 14 miles per hour. So, I don't know, it does pretty good. This bike isn't made for big power. This bike is made for cruising around, just a little get around vehicle. And I think this would be totally sufficient for most people that live in an RV or something that just want a bike to just run around the campsite on and explore a little bit, you know? I like it. So the C2 from DYU boasts a 48 volt, 7.5 amp hour high capacity battery that gives you a range of 37.28 miles. I don't know how they got such an exact number, but that's what the manufacturer says. This is made for power commuting. You could take this bike to work and back and eliminate fuel costs altogether. You could charge this bike while you're at work and not even have to pay for the power that goes into it. This bike has a magnesium alloy frame, making it very light, and the bike weighs in at only 52 pounds. Quite a light bike for an e-bike. In the rear hub, there is a 350 watt hub motor, and it has a 500 watt peak The bike also has an integrated headlight and tail light with a flashing brake signal for safety at night and low light conditions. It has mechanical discs on the front and rear of the bike that provide you sufficient braking power. There is also a bell on the left hand so that you can alert people when you're coming up behind them in a park or on a trail. The twist throttle is on your right hand and feels very good and easy to control. Nice and smooth. There is an adjustable seat post, which allows you to raise the seat up very high or down low if you like the low rider. The LED display is very basic, but it gives you all the information you need. What power assist level that you are on. There's 3 choices, low, medium, and high. It gives you a readout of your state of charge of the battery and your miles per hour that you're traveling at. The max speed of this bike is 15.5 miles per hour. It also has a waterproof rating of IP54, so if you get caught in a rainstorm, you don't have to worry about this bike. The bike is recommended for people who are 5.2 feet to 6.3 feet tall. Quite a large rider for such a small e-bike. The max load capacity is 265 pounds. It offers a recharge time of 4 to 5 hours from completely dead to 100%. Like I mentioned before, one of my favorite things about the bike is the mid-mounted shock absorber system. It definitely smooths out the ride when you're on bumpy terrain. The DYU website even says that it is quick and easy folding and only takes 2 steps to fold the DYU C2 e-bike. Even a thin girl may fold it easily within 5 seconds. Good news to all the thin girls out there. So at a price point of $699, this might be the perfect commuting bike for you. If you have a short ride to your work or office, you can ride this and eliminate the fuel costs completely by not taking your car. Riding an electric bike is a lot of fun. You'll definitely have a good time riding back and forth to work on this powered electric bike. Okay, so when it comes to this tiny e-bike, it has some good qualities, it has some bad qualities, and I'd like to go over those real quick with you right now. Let's start with some of the bad. One of the things I don't like about the bike, I got the back tire off the ground right now. With the pedaling, it doesn't have a very smooth action on the pedals. Usually when you freewheel it backwards, it just spins freely, and there's some hesitation in there. I don't know if maybe it's too tight or something like that, but I just wish it spun a little bit more freely. So the action of the pedals isn't great for me. But on a bike this size, you're really not pedaling all that much. It's not very comfortable to pedal. If I was a little kid and this bike fit me, then sure, you could pedal it quite a bit. It is a single speed bike. There's no derailleur, there's no 7 gears to choose from. It's just 1 gear. Keeps it simple, but it doesn't get you going very fast at all. So when the bike is up at top speed, you can't pedal this thing fast enough to put more power into it. It's all motor anyway. So I'm riding this mostly like a moped. That's the way it feels most comfortable for me to ride it, is just with throttle. I don't really pedal it that much at all. Another thing I don't like, and this is a small thing, the headlight is integrated into the frame. It's really a cool, sleek way to do it, but I would rather have a headlight that is attached to the handlebars so that when you turn the bike, you can see where you're going to. The headlight is attached to the frame, so it's constantly pointed wherever the frame is pointed at. So if you're in the dark and you're making turns, you can't really see off to the sides that well. The headlight is always pointed in front of you, and it's a little bit limiting as far as the coverage of light to light your path when you're riding in the dark. So this is the DYU C2 e-bike. This e-bike has a very small motor, a small battery bank. This is not made for long, 70-mile bike rides. This is made for just zooming around town, zooming around the campsite. It's a very small package, and it's very portable. That's really what this bike excels at, is its portability and its tiny package. What I got this bike for is so that I could put it in my Volkswagen Beetle and take it on camping trips with me. It's a very small package, so I can fit it in the passenger seat of the Volkswagen, and I don't even have to fold it down all the way. All I got to do is loosen the seat up. I drop it down to the bottom setting, and then I flip the handlebars down. It only takes a second to do, but that gets it small enough to fit in the Volkswagen Bug very easily. I could also go the extra step of folding the bike in half like this, but for me, it's just really not necessary. I like it folded in. There we go. Personally, I like it just a little bit better with the frame not folded in half, and I just use it that way. Drop the seat down, drop the handlebars down, and it makes it a very small package. But if you have a tighter space that you need to get into, something that's shorter than the length of the bike, you can fold it in half and get it in a even smaller spot. This could fit in the trunk of any car, fit in the back hatch of a hatchback, a SUV. This could fit pretty much anywhere. If you really wanted to make it a little bit smaller, you could also take the seat post out, store it separately, and get that profile even smaller than it is with the seat in there. So I'm going to put it back up, fold it back into a full-size bike, have it all put back together. Latch this down, put this up. I mean, it's very easy to fold and unfold. Takes you, 30 seconds, not even. Let's talk about some of the things I like about the bike very much. The main thing I really like about the bike is this shock absorber. It has mid suspension, so this is a soft tail bike. The bike compresses down. You can see it. The swing arm jumps up a little bit. There's no suspension on the front of the bike, but you want to keep it a portable small package and very simple. With this one shock absorber, it takes care of a lot of the bumps and makes it a much smoother ride. Another thing I like about it is that I'm a big guy and it has plenty of power to move me around. I've been riding it around my property, no problem going up small hills and stuff, and it can handle my weight. I'm 250 pounds. I'm right at the maximum capacity for this little guy, and it handles me just fine. If I was in the mountains of Colorado or something like that, going up some major hills, I may struggle a little bit with this bike, but small hills, it can definitely handle. For the size of the bike, I think it's very comfortable. I mean, it's tiny. This thing is so little. Another thing that's great about it is that it's very light. I mean, it weighs probably around 30 pounds, 35 pounds, and that's pretty light for an e-bike with an electric motor, battery bank, and all of the components that are on it. It's a pretty light package. One thing I really like about it is that it comes with this small cargo rack. You could easily put a basket on here to make this surface area a little bit bigger. Run to the grocery store, pick up some food, store it on this rack. So the added rack is a big bonus for me. I really like that a lot. For me, for the price point, I think it's a great bike. $699 gets you this little guy. If you have a need for a bike that gets you around short distances, within 10 miles or so, I think this is a great bike for you. It should be able to get you there and back on the range that it has. It's a pretty cool bike. I mean, I like it. I like small stuff. I have a Volkswagen Bug. I have a Geo Metro. I like things that are in a small package that perform well. I just think it's neat. Maybe it's because I'm a big guy and I like smaller cars and things like that. I don't know why, but I think it's a really neat bike. I could really see doing something with this, like putting LED lights all over it. There's a nice surface here. I could put some like underglow that shines down on the ground. It'd be cool to dress this up with a lot of LED lights and make it really dramatic, If you had it at a place like Burning Man, this would be great for getting around. You can easily charge this on your solar power system in your van or RV and have plenty of power. Charge it overnight, ride it around during the day, whatever. It's pretty cool. So there you have it. That's my review of the DYU C2 e-bike. This is not a long-term review. I've only had it a short time. These are just my first thoughts on what I think about the bike. I'll be putting up a longer-term review of this e-bike in the future, just to show you how it holds up over time and its durability and reliability. So for now, that's about it. thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to get one of these DYU C2s for yourself or any other of the DYU e-bikes, they have a whole line of affordable, low-cost e-bikes. You can check the description of this video. There's a link down there that will lead you to the DYU line of e-bikes, and you can get one of these bad boys for yourself. The ravens are going crazy. So until I do an update on this, thank you for watching this video. Check out the link in the description, and I will catch you in another video real soon, right down the road.